It's a good class, sir.
Most I ain't crazy.
Most
I ain't crazy. All right, so a few things I want to get into tonight, right? We're going to go in the Bible and prove that biblically we Africans, right? I know today in America, we go by the name African American. We go by black, right? And the problem is we don't know our nationality as a nation of people, right? Right fast. Let's go to, let me get Hosea 4:6, please. All right, go there right fast.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Read that again.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
You know, the Lord said, my people, which of course goes to show the Lord has a chosen people, right? And it's not all people. He said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, right? Young man in the back, you get 1 Corinthians 3:19. We ain't destroyed for lack of money. We have money in the black community. You can forget about that. The problem is all the money is going to the Christian church, man. And it's going to people that should not be collecting that money, like the pastors and the preachers and all that ultimately ain't taking care of God's chosen people. All right, they take their money, but they don't help them out when they need help with their bills and the peak hole and gas and the electric bill and all that. We ain't destroyed for lack of money, but we are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Okay, read it again, Ibad.
Okay. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Now we rejected knowledge. Now, how did we reject knowledge? By not listening. Okay, that's the problem. The Lord said we are a stiff-necked people. He gave us commandments. He gave us laws. He gave us Moses, for goddamn sake, man. Gave us Moses, man, to lead the people, to teach the people, and we did not listen. All right, like in Deuteronomy 28:1, we ain't even supposed to be on the bottom right now. All right, the Lord said we would obey him and we would have been above all other nations of people. We despise the wisdom of God by taking on what we want to do. Right? The Lord said there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Some things may seem good, right? Like loving all nations seem good. Love everybody. God loved the world and all that. Going out partying, getting drunk and bringing the whore home, right? It feels good. But is it really good for you? No, it's not. And that's when us being destroyed for lack of knowledge. Not knowing anything about marriages. Not knowing anything about the wisdom of the Most High God, right? So you can drop that. Young man in the back, you go ahead and read 1 Corinthians 3:19. All right? You got it.
This book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 19. For the wisdom of the world is foolishness.
Right, for the wisdom of this world, right? For the wisdom of this world is foolishness, right? Which also goes to prove what? John 3:16 couldn't have been talking about everybody. Because it say the wisdom of this world, right? Meaning what? What does the term world mean? Age or society, right? So the wisdom of this society is foolishness with God. Okay, go ahead, read on.
For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Now you think you wise, you think you know everything, nobody can tell you nothing, then the Lord is going to take you in your own craftiness, meaning the Lord is going to deal with us as a nation of people. He's been dealing with us, man, since day one. Since Adam and Eve, since when Adam wanted to follow his woman, right, and sin against the Most High God, from us going into Egypt under Pharaoh, and from us coming to America on cargo slave ships during the transatlantic slave trade, man. You understand me? The Lord trying to help us understand that this world is not worth nothing. It ain't worth nothing at all. Let's go to 1 John 2:15, okay? Because, of course, this world ain't going to teach us who we are. This world going to teach us, oh, yeah, African-American. Oh, yeah, you black, and you just nothing. And we trash in America. This world don't want us to know who we are. That's why the world and white society was so mad at Deshaun Jackson and Nick Cannon lost his whole TV show, man.
Right.
Whole show for coming out saying that the real Jews are black. And he should have not apologized, man. Because, of course, the Jews are black. And it is in the Bible. This world don't want us to know who we are because they want us to stay asleep. And like Paul said in Romans 13 and verse 11, he said, right now is time to awake. Awake. Not physically get out of the bed and awake, but awake to the righteousness of God. Okay? You have what I call for out? But read that, please.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, and verse 15. Love not the world.
Read that again.
Love not the world.
All right, now why is the Lord saying love not the world? Go ahead, young man.
Because he's, the Lord said to come out of her.
There you
Come out of
go.
the world.
There you go. Also, this world teaches what? Lies. Okay, if you love this world, then you love all the lies that we were taught in America. God saying love not the world. Because who else is in the world? People in the world. Right? What do people in the world do? Sin. So if you love the world, you love the people and all the sins in the world, read on.
Neither the things that are in the world.
Understand that. Sin, homosexuality, weed, drugs. Read on.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Read that again.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
If any man love the world, meaning if you love your life, okay? If you love your life and you love getting up and just living life how you've been living life your whole entire life, and if you ain't seeking God, you ain't seeking his laws and his brotherhood, knowing that Christ was crucified on that cross so we can repent, so we can come back to the Most High God. If you love this world, if you love this society, the love of God is not in you, okay? The Lord said in Matthew, right? He said, no man can serve two masters. You cannot serve the Most High God and serve yourself. When it comes to serving the Most High God, it starts by you telling yourself no, okay? And like everything, right? When you meet a woman, it starts in the mind. When you have a conflict with somebody, it starts in the mind. When you want to get up and go somewhere, it starts in the mind. And that's where sin begins, in the mind. Okay? It's any more on that, Ibaya?
That's in the verse.
All right, no sweat. Let me get one more. Let's go to John 17 and 9. All right? Let's go there right fast before I get into my topic. And if anybody have any questions, let me know, all right? I'm going to go to John 17, right? 17 verse 9. Whoever get it first can go ahead and read it.
This is the book of John, chapter 17, verse 9.
All right.
I pray for them.
Read that again.
I pray for them.
Now, this Christ right here, right? Those letters in red, right? All right, so that's Christ, right? This John 17 and 9. Read it again.
Of God. I pray for them. I pray not for the world.
And this Christ saying, right? I pray for them. I pray not for the world, man. Why? Because people in the world, what do? They sin. Hey, you got to think about it. Our people killed Christ, man. You understand?
Right.
Jews that hated God. Right? You so-called Pharisees and Sadducees. Today, you look at them like the Christian leaders. The people that's in charge killed Christ because he stood for the Most High God. And Christ saying here, I pray for them. Christ is speaking to his disciples. his followers, right? He said, I pray for them. Read it one more time, my God.
Oh God. I pray for them. I pray not for the world.
I pray for them. I pray not for the world. Meaning what world? This world. Esau's world. We always say, right? We in the white man's world. Why? Because the white man is ruling the planet Earth. Okay? Christ said he prayed not for them, right? But he prayed for his disciples. Read on.
But for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And all mine are thine. And thine are mine.
Meaning you belong to Christ. Right? The Lord bring you in here, man. He took you from the world. Right. So now life is just not about you. Now it's about your people. Now it's about our people. Now it's about brotherhood. It's about sisterhood. Now it's about unity. Now it's about coming together as a nation of people. Okay, like Christ said, he that findeth his life shall lose his life. Okay, let's read on, please.
And I am glorified in them. Verse 11. And now I am no more in the world.
All right, for time's sake, right? Drop down to verse 16, please.
Oh God. Verse 16. They are not of the world.
Now, who are not of the world? Who is Christ talking about here, right? Go up, all right, hold on. Go up to verse 14. Like John, we had John 17 and 14. Go ahead, read that, please.
Oh God. Verse 14. I have given them thy word.
All right, what's thy word, right? The Most High God's word, which is his commandments, right? His laws and his statutes. Read on.
And the world hath hated them.
So now, this is how you know you are in the truth, right? Right? You start to obey God, right? And when I say obey God, right? You ain't smoking weed no more, bro.
Right.
You ain't going out to the strip clubs and you ain't having sex with the whores no more. You ain't serving white Jesus. But why do people hate you now? Why? It's a prophecy right here. Read it one more time, my boy. Nice and loud, please.
Oh God. I have given them thy word.
Meaning the Lord gave you his word, man. Okay, the truth. Read on.
And the world hath hated them.
And now the world want to hate you. You understand me? Because God called you out of the world. Now that baby mother of yours ain't going to like you no more because you ain't celebrating birthdays. Now your kids going to start to hate you. You understand me? And then you got to make a decision, man. You understand me? That's what it comes down to, right? The Lord said, who shall serve the creature more than the creator, right? When you out here celebrating birthdays and all that, you know you are serving the creature. When God created those children, man. But now you come in here and you start to learn the statutes and the commandments of God, and now the world and your family, your immediate family, start to hate you because of Christ. Okay, let's read on.
Because they are not of the world.
Meaning you ain't doing the things of the world no more. You ain't sinning against God. Read on.
Even as I am not of the world.
Go ahead.
Verse 15. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil.
Right? Meaning what? What does that mean? Right? Right? Who understands this? He said, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out the world, right? But thou shouldest keep them from the evil. Go ahead, young man in the back.
He don't want to kill them, just want to keep them from the evil.
Okay.
I take my world, I kill them, take my world, you just want to keep from evil.
Yes. Right. Meaning he don't gotta take you and bring you up there with Christ. But what he will do, he will keep you from the evil. And in most cases, right, you know, a lot of people get offended when they come in the truth You start to lose people, right? You start to lose your family members, and in some cases, your children, some close friends that you had in the past. Really, what you don't understand is that God is keeping you from the evil, from that old cousin of yours, man, that's going to call you back and try to get you to smoke weed. Ultimately, it's like God is protecting you from the evil, so you won't go out there and do the things that you used to do. Okay, let's read on.
Kawakana. Verse 16. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
Go ahead.
Verse 17. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
There you go. Thy word is truth, man. Okay. Anybody have any questions before I move on? All right. No sweat. Let's go to Exodus, right? The 2nd chapter, and let's start at verse 1. All right. Let's go to Exodus 2 and 1. Brother, what's your name again?
Tony.
All right, young man Tony, you read it when you get on, all right? All right, we're gonna read down to the end of 6, maybe 7.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 1. And there went a man of the house of Levi and took to wife a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him, that he was a godly child, she said him 3 months.
All right,
she hid him 3 months.
All right, who was this son here? Ibaya.
Moses.
All right, this son was Moses, and we all know about Moses. He grew up and became great. Now, with what we just read, tell me one thing about Moses. Just one thing about Moses on what we just read. Young man in the back.
He was a godly child?
Okay. Yes, but no. Jediah?
My cousins are from the tribe of Levi.
Yes. Moses is from the tribe of Levi. And Levi are the so-called Haitians today, right? Damn near in every movie, man. You watch the 10 Commandments, you watch Exodus and all that. You see, they got Moses white, the Egyptians, everybody is white, right? Moses is his father. Now, the Bible don't speak about his father, right? But it states here that he was a Levite, okay? Read it one more time from the top, young man Tony, 2 and 1.
Okay. So the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 1. And there went a man of the house of Levi and took to a wife a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a godly child, she hid him for 3 months.
She hid him for 3 months. Why? Because during this time, they were trying to kill all the Israelite babies. Okay? So she had to let the son go so he won't die. Read on.
Verse 3. And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes and dubbed it with the slime with pitch and put the child therein. And she said, lay it in the flags by the river brink.
Right. So you want to look at it like she kind of made like a little, like a little toy boat or something, man. She put something together. She put the boy in there, and now she put him in the river, man. She took on some branches and some leaves and all that. You know, black women know how to make that thing work, man. You understand me, man? Right. She take $25 and she got enough food for the week. All right. She took it and she put all the things together and she put the boy in there, and now she's going to send the boy away. Okay, let's read on.
Verse 4. And his sister stood afar off, and with what will be done to him. Verse 5. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the riverside.
Okay. Now, what was Pharaoh's nationality? Young man Tony?
He was Egyptian.
Here you go. He was an African, all right? So now the daughter of Pharaoh, so if he was an Egyptian, if he was an African, You are who your father is, right? So his daughter is African too, right? So now the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river. Read on.
And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept.
Mm-hmm.
And she had compassion on him, and said, this is one of the Hebrews' children.
See that? This African woman right here, this Egyptian woman, she knew immediately when she saw the boy, she said, this is one of the Hebrews' children. Meaning, even the Egyptians, the so-called Africans, knew that we are not the same people. You understand me? Which one she just specified that. She said, this is one of the Hebrew children right here. Okay, this ain't one of us. But this is one of God's chosen people, because even they know throughout the entire Bible that God is the God of the Hebrews, that God is the God, when I say God, meaning power, right? He is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they found out when Moses parted the Red Sea that Hebrew God you don't want to play with. You understand me? So she knew immediately that this is one of the Hebrew children, okay? Let's read on.
Verse 7. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter,
Mm-hmm.
shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew woman, that she may nurse the child for thee?
Uh-huh.
Verse 8. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Go and maid went and called the child's mother.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
Verse 9. And the Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Take this child away and nurse it for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I will give thee thy wages.
Okay, we can drop that for right now. So this proves right here that Moses came from the tribe of Levi. Okay, I know he dwelled among the Africans because he was raised under who? Pharaoh's daughter. Okay, but he knew who he was. All right, let's go to Exodus, the 4th chapter. Brother, in the back, Eric, you get Exodus 4 and 6, please. Okay. Exodus 4 and 6, Aibahaya. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. All right, just hold that for right now. All right. If I could, hold on, right fast. Young man, Tony, you go ahead and keep reading. We're going to read about 3 more verses down. All right, and on Exodus 2 and verse 11. You got it.
This is book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass in those days, when Moses was grown, that he went unto his brethren and looked on their burdens.
Uh-huh.
And he spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew on one of his brethren.
Right. So now, what was Moses doing? Like, what would you call that today? Like Moses, he was spying on an Egyptian, smiting, meaning trying to kill his brother, fighting his brother, right? Moses was quiet. He like, hey, what's going on right there? Is that a Egyptian trying to kill one of my brothers? Read on. Verse 12.
And he looked this way and that way.
Now he looked this way. He did just like this. Who's looking? Who's looking? Listen. It ain't no way in hell you can tell me Moses was a white man. No way in hell, because I think growing up in North Philadelphia, you read about a North Philadelphia brother right there. You don't just do something. When you plan on doing evil, you make sure it ain't no cops coming. You like looking around, you watching your back. You gonna murder somebody or you gonna put somebody down, you gonna make sure it ain't, daylight if you're smart. Right? You're going to do that at night. You're going to wear a hoodie. You're going to make sure nobody can see your face. Well, Moses was on the lookout. He was watching just like this. Yeah, let me see what's going on before I go ahead and strike. Let's read on.
And he looked this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian.
He
and
killed
hid him in the sand.
Killed him right there. Slew him. Then he hid him in the sand. Read on.
Verse 13. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strode together. And he said unto him that he did the wrong. Wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
Mm-hmm.
verse 14.
You can drop that, right? Now, the reason why he's saying he did the wrong because Moses should have not done that. You understand me? But he did. And as you read down, right, Moses had to go on the run because the Egyptians, they found out and they was trying to kill him after that, okay? So now let's go to Exodus 4 and 6.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 6.
Let's start at verse 5. 4 and 5, please.
Verse 4. And the Lord said unto Moses, put forth thy hand, and take it by the tub. And he put forth his hand and caught it. And it became a rod of his hand.
Hold on, you have 4 and 5?
I'm at 4 and 4. I was saying 4.
Oh, 4 and 4. Go ahead.
4, that was at the end of 4 and 4.
No, it's right. You go. Just go ahead. Keep reading.
Verse 5.
Uh-huh.
That they had believed that the Lord God of their father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, have appeared unto thee.
Here you go. This also goes to show that God is not the power of all nations. Okay. He said that they may believe that the Most High, the power of their fathers, right? The power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob has appeared unto thee. Okay. Go and read verse 6.
Verse 6. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom.
Uh-huh.
And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leopard as snow.
So now, what is your bosom? Hey, Bob?
Your chest.
It's your chest, right? So he said, put your hand on your bosom. Then he put it on his own chest, and then it turned leprous as snow, which is we call white today, right? So if he was a white man, why would his hand turn white? Then he had to be a man of color, right? Which was a miracle. How you know it was a miracle? Verse 5 said that they may believe that the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob has appeared unto thee. Moses was working directly with the Lord, okay? And the Lord was trying to show the people that I am with Moses. I ain't with anybody else. So he's doing this miracle here. Put his hand on his bosom, and then it turned white. Let's read on.
Verse 7. And he said, put thy hand into thy bosom again.
Now he said, put your hand back on your chest again. Go ahead.
And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh.
Here you go, meaning it was turned back to his original flesh. Okay? Not white, which goes to show that his original flesh ain't white. All right? Because it changed white. And then when you put it back, it went right back to his original flesh. Of course, proving that Moses was a black man, okay, and a Hebrew. All right, we can drop that, right? Let's go to Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. All right. If anybody have any questions, let me know. We're gonna go to Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4.
I found it. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
All right, hold on, let me catch up with you. All right, go. You got it, bud.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage.
All right, so now what's a heritage? All right, young man Tony.
The promise.
Right, the promises, right? Like, also your heritage is like your language, who you are, where you come from. I know they say African is the mother of us all. When the Lord said Jerusalem is the mother of us all. Because we sinned against God, we gave up our heritage, man. Now we don't know anything about Hebrew. We don't know anything about the Lashawan Kodash, but yet we believe that we are African American. We gave up our heritage for sin, for Halloween, gave it up. And now we're in America and we can barely survive. So when he say discontinue, meaning it stopped, right? Continue means to keep going. To discontinue meaning now you're going to stop. Now it's going to be on pause for a second. Read it again from the top, please.
Okay. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Go ahead.
And I will cause thee to serve which thou knowest not.
And that land today is of America. We are serving the enemies right now because we sinned against our God. Okay? And now we don't know our heritage. Think about it, right? The whole term African American, when it comes to children, right? We have any fathers in here? Oh, I know you're a father, right? You have any kids up? No sweat. You have kids, right? Who would name your children? Go, young man in the back.
Most of the time, we do it right, the father.
Right, the father, right? If the father ain't around, then it'd be the mother, right? You name your children. Will you let somebody else name your children? A stranger? Hell no. Well, think about it. We were in slavery. So who the hell you think gave us this name, African American? Our father. Remember, Christ said, ye are of your father, the devil. They ain't gonna let us be called by the name of God. They ain't gonna let us be called Jews. You understand me? Even today, if you are on celebrity and if you even speak about the Jews being black, you're gonna lose millions and millions of dollars, man. We lost that because we went against the Most High God. And the father that had control over us, which is the white man, having us in captivity for over 400 plus years, he said, okay, what I'm going to name these Negroes? Their nationality going to be called black. We're going to call them African American. Let's give them Islam. Let's give them Christianity. Man-made what? Please. Religions, man. They gave us that so we can continue to be confused as a nation of people. They named us. When God, back in Exodus, right? They say this is one of the Hebrew children, man. You're going to see African American in the Bible. That's something that they made up. You understand me? Off of two white men, Leo Scippius Africanus. We don't know who we are today because our heritage was discontinued from us, meaning it stopped for a minute because we went against the Most High God and we ran all the way over there except for following and hearkening unto him, okay? Let's read on, Ibad.
Okay. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
Right, what is he saying? You made me mad. Jeez. Told you in Deuteronomy I was going to put y'all above all nations of people. Is we that good? Damn, Israel, the Lord said, he was a husband unto us, man. He took care of us, took us in when nobody else would, man. Protected us, man, when we came out of Egypt, when nobody else was trying to help us. And yet we forgot about all that. And we went back to what we know, which is sin and iniquity. The Lord said, man, a fire is kindled in my anger, man. You understand? That made the Lord mad. He was upset, man. Can you imagine taking care of somebody? Listen, I have a cat. Had a cat. You probably know about it. Name was Reuben. God damn, I took care of the cat, man. Fed the cat and all that. And the second I left the door open, he then took his ass out and I never saw him again. I love that cat, man. You understand? I had him since he was a little kid. And he ran out and I never saw him again. And guess what I did? I got me a new cat. You understand me? The Lord was angry at us, man. Angry because he protected us. He gave us a house. God damn, we was called by his holy name. Okay? So he said, a fire is kindled in my anger. Let's read on.
Which shall burn forever.
Meaning, man, you're going to be punished for a long time. For a long time. Any more on that?
I was in the verse 3.
All right, let's drop that. All right, let's go to Genesis. Matter of fact, before we go to Genesis, if you don't mind your diet, can you read hand? Zion Van Compact Bible Dictionary. All right, we're going to go there right fast. Got to get this book. All right, this is an excellent book, man.
Right.
Tons of definitions in this book that you will not find in a regular dictionary.
Right.
All right, so we're going to read about hand. Okay, when you get it, let everybody know where you at, your doctor, please.
Come on, God. This is the Zion Van Compact Bible Dictionary, page 213. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor.
Now, the progenitor is the what? Anybody know? What is the progenitor? Ibad?
The father of?
Yes, the father of, right? Also, when they say he became the progenitor, meaning he became the father of, read on.
Oh, God. Of the dark races.
Of the dark races, right? Read on.
Oh, God. Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes. So Ham is the father of the dark races. Who are dark? Africans.
Right.
You understand me? But he is not the father of the Negroes. Let's read on.
Come on. But the Egyptians.
But the Egyptians, Pharaoh, his daughters, go ahead.
Ethiopians.
Ethiopians,
Libyans.
Libyans.
And Canaanites.
You understand me? They all Africans. You can drop that, right? So you read that book, man. It's an excellent book, man. We have a few back there if anybody needs one. Right. And is the father of the dark races, but he is not the father of the Negroes. Okay.
Right.
So now let's go to Genesis 14 and 13. Okay. Let's go there. Genesis 14 and 13. Whoever get it can read it.
The book of Genesis, chapter 14, verse 13. And there came one that escaped and told Abram the Hebrew.
Abram the who?
Abram the Hebrew.
See, not Abram the Egyptian, not Abram the African, but Abram the Hebrew, meaning he spoke Hebrew. Okay? Read on.
For he dwelt in the plain of Mamre and Amorite.
Okay? So now, this proves also that Abram, now this was before he was Abraham, meaning before he came in the truth. Okay, and the Lord blessed them. Okay, but he was a Hebrew. Okay, we can drop that, right? Once again, that proves that we are not Africans, but we are Hebrew Israelites. Let's go to Acts 21, right? And let's start at 35. All right, we want to get a little bit into Paul now, the New Testament. Right.
Book of Acts, chapter 21, verse 35.
Go ahead.
And when he came upon the stairs, so it was, and he was born of the soldiers for the violence of the people. Verse 36. For the multitude of the people followed after, crying, away with them. Verse 37. And as Paul was to be led unto the castle, he said unto the chief captain, May I speak unto thee? Who said, Canst thou speak Greek?
When I say, Canst thou speak Greek? Go ahead.
Verse 38. Art not thou Egyptian, which were before these days madest an uproar?
Now, why did they thought Paul was an Egyptian? Young man in the back.
Because it's dark, maybe?
Right, he was dark. Okay, and what they ain't know is that Ham is the father of the dark races, but not the father of Paul, not the father of the Latinos, not the father of the so-called Native American Indians. They thought he was an Egyptian because he was a dark-skinned brother. Okay, so he getting them mixed up a little bit here. Read on.
And leadest out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers. Verse 39. But Paul said, I am a man which I am a Jew of Tarsus.
So Paul said, I'm not no Egyptian. You're like, what the hell you call me African American for? You understand me? Paul had to come back and say, listen, I'm a Jew from Tarsus, meaning he's a Jew from Philly, from New York, from DC. I'm not from Nigeria. I'm not from Ethiopia, but I am a Jew. Read that again from the top.
Verse 39. But Paul said, I am a man which I am a Jew of Tarsus, a city in Sicilia, a citizen of no mean city.
Right fast, your diet. You have the Babylon Timbuktu. Yeah, if you can grab it for me, please. All right, continue reading, brother.
And I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people.
Go ahead, meaning Paul wanted to speak to his people. Okay, he says, suffer me to speak unto the people. Go ahead.
Verse 40. And when he had given him license, Paul stood on the stairs and beckoned with the hand unto the people.
Now, when they say he gave him license, meaning he gave him what? I bought
Permission to speak?
Right, gave him permission, right? You know, he gave him the okay. And he said, go ahead. You got it. Read on.
And he beckoned with the hand unto the people. And when there was made a great silence, he spake unto them in the Hebrew tongue.
See that? He spake unto them in the Hebrew tongue. Okay, meaning he spoke Hebrew. Now, how do we know that Hebrew, or what was the first language? How can you prove that? How do we know that Hebrew was the first language? All right, let's go to the Tower of Babel. All right, you can just hold the Babylon Timbuktu. I'm going to get to it in a minute, if you don't mind. All right, get hold on, bear with me one second. Okay. All right, we're going to go to Genesis, the 11th chapter, and we're going to start at verse 1. All right.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 11, verse 1.
All right.
And the whole earth was of one language.
Read that again.
And the whole earth was of one language.
Read that again.
And the whole earth was of one language.
And the whole earth was of one language. Okay, that's how it's going to be when Christ returns. It ain't going to be no people speaking Chinese anymore, or Spanish or anything like that. Genesis means the beginning. Okay, in the beginning, everybody spoke one language, and that one language was Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash. Okay, let's read on.
And of one speech.
And of one speech. You understand that? Go ahead.
And, verse 2, and it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there.
Go ahead. Verse
3, and they said one to another, go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar.
Go ahead.
Verse 4, and they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven.
Now what they trying to do here? Since everybody is speaking one language, right? Everybody can communicate together, right? So now they trying to build a tower to reach unto heaven, right? Man, they trying to reach unto heaven. They trying to dwell up there with the Lord. Okay, let's read on.
And let us make us a name.
Now, and let's make us a name. Let's make us a God, man. Let's do what? Let's worship the stars, right? Hey, that's the what they call it Pisces and all that, Scorpions. Say it again.
Astrology.
Right.
Zodiac astrology.
Here you go, man. Zodiac sign and all that. All that is the worship of the stars.
Right.
You understand? You are Aries and you think that's you. Listen, all that is star worship. Okay,
Right.
We don't do that up in here. Why? Because we don't believe in that. We don't worship the stars. Why would we worship the stars when God created the goddamn stars? You understand me? Why the hell would we worship the moon when God created the moon? So during this time and period that we are in today, they trying to build a name for themselves. Meaning, in other words, they want to do what the hell they want to do. And now they're trying to reach up into heaven. Okay, let's read on.
Okay. Lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. Verse 5. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower.
And now the Lord came down to see that city and that tower. Go ahead.
Which the children of men builded.
Right, the children of men build it, right? The other nations, go ahead.
Verse 6, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one.
He said, the people is one, go ahead.
And they have all one language.
They all speak the same language, go ahead.
And this they begin to do.
And now because they can all communicate with one another, now they all trying to make themselves gods. Okay, this is what they do when they get along. God damn. Maybe this is why the Lord ain't want us to join with the other nations. Why? Because we will worship their idols and listen to them. The Lord saying this from heaven. He's like, man, what the hell is going on down there? Hey, who then gave y'all the authority to do that? Nobody. Let's read on.
And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language.
Now, who is the Lord speaking to here? Young man Tony? The angel. Give him a hand. All right. Now, the Lord speaking to them, the angels. He's giving them orders, right? And he said, go to, let us go down and confound their language. Now, why is it important to confound their language? Go ahead.
So they can't communicate?
Exactly. And if they can't communicate, what else can't they do? Please.
They can't work together.
They can't build a tower together, which is the same as work together. You understand me? So now the Lord going to confound the languages. And this is where it started. That's why you have, Chinese speaking Chinese, right? That's why you have the Japanese speaking, I don't know. Listen, I hate Japanese and Chinese people more than white people. I'm trying to tell you, listen, and how bad I hate the oppressor. I don't know. It's not about going in those Chinese stores and that little mirror right there, and they can barely look at us. It's like the only thing they want from us is $1. Then if you 10 cents short. Listen, I grew up, man, poor boy, man. I ain't have it like that. But I went inside the Chinese store one day. I think I was like 25 cents short. She said, you want your buy. And I ain't eating no chicken wings that day, man. and I never forgot that. I said, yeah, the Lord gonna deal with the Chinese people, man. So now here, nobody can communicate now. So now that's going to stop them from doing the evil that they plan to do. Let's read on, please.
So God, that they may not understand one another's speech.
There you go. They won't understand one another. Hey, we don't understand Chinese speech today. That's good. Good thing. Read on.
Verse 8. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth.
All right, so he put some people over there. He put some people in China. He put some people in Africa. Put some people in Japan. He put some people in North America. Put some people in South America. This is where it started. You understand me? From the children of men wanting to reach up to God. What the hell you want to reach up to God for? Moses saw the power of the Lord. Y'all know what happened to Moses? Man, he had to wear a veil for a long time. You understand me? He failed on his faith. You want to get closer on the Lord, man. You understand me? It's prophets in the Bible that saw angels, right? I know some brothers in here saw angels. I'll tell you a story. Right, brother was on the train. Right, he told me about this story. This was years ago, right? And he on the train, and he was going through a lot. Right, I think he lost his wife, lost his slavery, his children. You know, it was just a lot going on. You know, he was down and out at the time, right? So he on the train down in West Philadelphia, right there on the L, and he see this man, and this man is like tall as hell. Like he like 20 feet tall. Like he's all the way up there. And the brother told me, he said he just looked at him. You know, he looked at him like this, and he said, "Listen, everything gonna be all right." Then he turned his eye. The man was gone. It was gone. That was an angel of the Most High God. And it's a scary thing, man. You understand me? It ain't nothing to take light, right? You forget about Ezra. You know, he dealt with the angel, man. The angel, you know, he fasted 7 days, and you know, he asking the angels all these questions, and the angels had to put his ass in his place. Like, Ezra, listen, if you can go ahead and wade the sea and do this and do that, then I go ahead and give it to you, right? Trying to reach up to God is like trying to reach a point you will never be able to reach. That's like trying to the oppressor, right? He trying to go in the deep of the seas. You'll never reach the end. You understand? That's how great and that's how powerful the Most High God is. Go ahead, your hand up.
It's like a little topic, but like when he said when God was like dispersing people all over, that was the time when he like scattered the Israelites from all four corners.
No, this was all people there.
So that time, Israelites stayed in Jerusalem.
Well,
everybody else.
Well, we wasn't called Israelites then, right? During the time of Genesis, we was more like considered the Adamites, right? Meaning like we followed Adam. So I'm saying we didn't have the name Israel yet. We had Israel when Jacob came into place, and then Jacob's name was changed to Israel, and then he had 12 sons. And then that's when the Lord started to bless the land and all that. And he put the people where they wanted to be. He put the Israelites over there. He put the other nations over there. And that's how he set it all up. You understand that? All right, no sweat. All right, Most High in Christ. Let's read on, please.
Oh, God. And they left off to build the city.
All right, what verse you at?
Verse 9.
Go ahead.
Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language.
Here you go. That's why they call it, right, Babel, right? Meaning the Lord confounded the language. Go ahead.
Of all the earth.
Of all the earth. Go ahead. And
from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth.
All right, you can drop that, right? Let's go to John, all right, the first chapter. All right, let's go to John 1. And all right, let's start at 43. Okay, John 1:43.
Oh God, this is the book of John, chapter 1 and verse 43. The day following, Jesus went forth into Galilee, and findeth Philip, and saith unto him, Follow me.
All right, so Jesus brought Philip in the truth. You understand, like in some cases, brothers bring you in the truth. I believe I want to say Jeremiah brought either Isaiah in the truth or Isaiah brought Jeremiah in the truth, right? So now Christ, he came upon Philip, and he brought him in the truth. He said, follow me, follow behind me. Let's read on.
So come. Verse 44. Now Philip was of Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter.
Right, just like today, we ain't all from the same city. All right, you have some brothers from Philly, some from Cali, some from Vegas. You understand me? This city Philip was from. Read on.
Verse 45. Philip findeth Nathanael.
And then Philip, he findeth Nathanael. Okay, read on.
And saith unto him, We have found him of whom Moses in the law and the prophets did write.
Okay, all right, let me stop you for a second. Okay, where did Moses write about Christ? Where? All right, he said, Philip findeth Nathanael and saith unto him, We have found him of whom Moses in the law and the prophets did write, Jesus, which is Christ, Yahushua, the anointed one of Nazareth. Where was that written? Yeah, go ahead. Take a stab at it. Go ahead.
In the laws of Moses?
Right. In the laws of Moses, Deuteronomy 18 and 18. All right, let's go there. Let's go to Deuteronomy 18 and 18. I'm coming right back to John, so hold that. All right. If you don't mind your diet, can I get another water, please, with some ice? I appreciate
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18 and verse 18. I will raise them up a prophet.
Read that again.
I will raise them up a prophet.
All right, so now this is Moses, right? Prophesying about Christ in the Old Testament, right? He said, I will raise them up a prophet. Read on.
From among their brethren.
From among who?
Their brethren.
Okay, which means what? This prophet is going to be a brother. Okay? He ain't going to be no heathen, right? This prophet is going to be a brother, just like you. Read on.
Like unto thee.
Just like unto thee. Now, who's the thee? God?
Israelites?
No. Ibad? Moses. All right, this Moses here. Right? He said, I'm going to raise him up a prophet like unto thee, meaning like unto you. You are a brother. This prophet is going to be a brother just like you, Moses. Okay, he's going to be of Israel. Is any more on that?
Oh God.
Go ahead.
And will put my words in his mouth.
And I'm going to put my words in his mouth. Go ahead.
And he shall speak unto them.
And he shall speak unto them. Go ahead.
All that I shall command him.
Okay, you understand that. Is any more on that?
That's it, sir.
All right, so that's talking about Christ, right? That's what Christ did, right? When he was a little boy, Christ turned water into wine. It was some good wine, too. Y'all know Christ ain't had wine since he left. Man, I think we drink wine every day, you die. Y'all think, Christ is up there suffering, man. He up there, he ain't had wine in a long time, man. Christ is a brother, man. Like, he was the brother. Christ said, I ain't drinking no more wine until I'm back with my brothers, man. You understand me? He kept that promise. You better believe, man. You think this wine is something we drink. Boy, can you imagine that wine, man, Christ going to give us in the kingdom? Man, that shit right there may have you raised the dead, bro. So I'll tell you, that wine right there is going to be a special wine. I think that's worth, man, not eating pork. You understand me? I think that's worth not, snorting crack and cocaine or smoking weed or celebrating Halloween and these pagan holidays, man, knowing that the reward in the kingdom of God is going to be great and amazing. But you got to earn it. Got to work for it, man. You got to make the sacrifice now. You don't want to never be the person that's like, okay, I knew them brothers. Damn that. No, become one of those brothers, man.
Right.
You don't want to be on the outside looking there. You see Christ return, You see brothers getting crowns, man. You're like, hey, listen, I knew those brothers right there, man. They was rolling for a long time. You don't want to be on the outside looking in that day, man. You want to be with us, man. You want to have your head bowed like this, man, for Christ to just put the crown on your head, and now all the worries and all the pain is over. Well, you do it now. And let me tell you something, right? It ain't much time left, okay? You don't got another week to get right. You got to get right now, okay? You don't got another year to get off of cigarettes, man. Who knows, man? You see, man, this whole thing, the COVID-19, man, Christ could be back tomorrow. Who knows? But you want to be prepared for when he returns, especially knowing, man, he has a reward with him, okay? All right, let's go ahead and read what I call, please. Where we at?
This is the book of John, chapter 1, and verse 45 in the middle. Of whom Moses and the law and the prophets did write.
Okay. All right, so it's another one too. It's another one in Genesis. They are in the Old Testament. All right. Go ahead, read on, bud.
Jesus of Nazareth.
Christ, Jesus of Nazareth. Go ahead.
The son of Joseph.
See that? The son of Joseph, which also goes to prove, man, that immaculate conception garbage is garbage. Okay. Right. Jesus had a physical daddy, and his father was Joseph, a black man.
That's right.
And he had a mother named Mary, a black woman. Which also goes to show, man, listen, man, don't be aborting those children, man. You don't know who could be in your womb. You understand me? You know Moses' mother and father, man, during this time, man, they were killing kids, man. But yet, she gave birth to him. And who the hell he turned out to be? Moses. The man that parted the Red Sea and led the children of Israel out of the land of Pharaoh, man. Go ahead, read on, Ibad.
Verse 46. And Nathanael said unto him, Can there any good thing come out of Nazareth?
Now, why did he say, can any good thing come out of Nazareth? Go ahead, Yediah.
If I could, sir, to put it in today's terms, they'll say, can anything good come out of North Philly, South Philly, Bronx, Los Angeles, Inglewood?
Yeah, for sure. Which also goes to show, man, Christ ain't grew up in the suburbs, man. Grew up in Nazareth. Nazareth, man, was a terrible city, man. It was all types of chaos and wickedness and all types of sins going on in Nazareth. So he like, can any good thing come out of Nazareth? Read on.
Philip said unto him, Come and see.
He said, come on, see. Come on, let's find out. Read on.
Verse 47. Jesus saw Nathanael coming to him.
Now, Jesus saw Nathanael coming to him. Go ahead.
And said of him, Behold, an Israelite indeed.
African.
An Israelite indeed.
A Christian.
An Israelite indeed.
See that? Christ didn't say he was a Muslim. You understand me? We had John 1 and 47. Okay, he said, an Israelite indeed. And as you see, right, these words and letters are in red. Right. Meaning this is the Spirit of Christ speaking. Okay, he said, behold, an Israelite indeed. Because once again, blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians, we are not Africans. Okay, we are not Ham. We don't descend from Ham. And even the real Africans, right? If you really talk to an African, they will tell you that we are not the same people. They will tell you that. You understand me? If you ask a real African, like, where you from Africa? They'll be like, hey, I'm from Nigeria or Kenya, South Africa. So with 40 countries in Africa, they will be able to tell you. But if you tell, or you ask a black man or a black woman, are you African American? Where in Africa are you from? They don't know, which is why the Lord called us the what? The lost sheep of the house of Israel. because we don't know our true identity. The other nations are not lost. They have a home. They have a land. They have people that they can go to, man. We are lost because we don't know who we are according to God, which is why Christ said here, he said, listen, Israelite indeed. Okay, let's read on.
And whom is no God.
Meaning he's perfect. He's not speaking lies. He's not lying to the people. He's upright. Read on.
Verse 48.
Uh-huh.
Nathanael saith unto him,
Mm-hmm.
Whence knowest thou me?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus answered and said unto him, Before that Philip called thee, when thou wast under the fig tree, I saw thee.
So he like, how you saw me? Christ like this, right? I saw you a million miles already anyways. You understand me? Just like how he knew Judas was going to betray him, man. He already knew it. Which why he said, one of you will turn on me. That's what he said. So he saw Nathanael coming already. He said, I saw you right behind the fig tree. Read on.
Verse 49. Nathanael answered and said unto him, Rabbi, thou art the Son of God.
And now Nathanael knew and he understood that this is the Son of the Most High God. Okay, the only begotten Son. Begotten just means special. Okay, read on.
Thou art the King of Israel.
He understood. He said, man, you are the King of Israel. Read on.
Verse 50. Jesus answered and said unto him, Because I said unto thee, I saw thee under the fig tree. Believest thou? Thou shalt see greater things than these.
Listen, he's telling him, all you got to do is believe. Okay? Got to believe. Right fast. Yadai, give me Jeremiah 19 and 7, please. Let's go there right fast. Coming right back to John 9:5.
Okay.
We're going to go to Jeremiah 19 and 7.
Come. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 19 and verse 7. And I will make void the counsel of Judah.
Drop down to 17, 19, 17.
Come.
No, I'm sorry. 17 and 9. Jeremiah 17 and 9.
Come. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things.
Now, if there's one thing that's going to try to not make you believe, is the heart, the mind. You understand me? The mind will always try to play games on you. Okay, the mind will tell you, oh yeah, Christ ain't never coming back. The mind will have you so tired, man, like you'll be like not quite physically tired, but more like tired mentally. You understand me? The mind will have you feeling like you're so drained out, man, and you just can't keep pushing. You can't keep doing this with this woman, knowing she put you through so much hell, and you just want to leave and just take the easy way out, man. To believe, you got to understand that you can only believe if you do not listen to your mind, because the mind is deceitful above all things. The mind is constantly talking to you. Now, is every thought true? No, it ain't. You understand me? And the only way you can be able to fight back, you got to do what Christ did. When Satan came to Christ in the wilderness, when he fasted 40 days and 40 nights, Satan was coming at Christ hard. But Christ came right back at him with the scriptures, okay? Read that again from the top, Yadiah, please.
Come. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things.
All right, the heart is deceitful above all things. Read on.
Come. And desperately wicked.
And what?
Desperately wicked.
And what?
And desperately wicked.
Don't listen to yourself. Okay? The mind is wicked.
Right.
Where do you think all those thoughts come from, right? Of you wanting to, have orgies and Do this with multiple women at the same time. Or you want to go out and just have fun. Why? Because you ain't had fun in a long time. The truth been holding you back from going out there and just living your life, and now you're bored now. The mind is telling you that. You understand me? And the mind is deceitful above all things, desperately wicked. Read on, please.
Come. Who can know?
Read that again.
Who can know?
Go ahead.
Who can know? I, the Lord, search the heart.
Read that again.
I, the Lord, search the heart.
Okay, now this is what it comes down to. You want to get to the gravy and all that good old gravy, right? The Lord is going to search your heart. How? How do you search your heart? Young man in the back?
For your actions?
Not quite. This is how you search your heart, right? He put you in a situation, okay? May take something away from you. May take your house. May take your family. May take your, children, right? The Lord can put you in a situation to see, are you really down, or are you down because you have all this? Are you down because you can have fun? What if I take your fun away? What if I do that? What if I take your money away? Hey, you mess with somebody's money, you mess with somebody's heart. Ask Donald Trump in America. COVID-19 messed with a lot of people's money. You understand me? And it showed what was on their mind. And it wasn't poor people. The Most High God will search out your heart. He can put you in a situation. The Lord took Ezekiel's wife away from him. Mm-hmm. Took his wife, killed her. She had a stroke. Then after that, he told Ezekiel, he said, go to camp. Put on your boots, man. Put your meat tree on. Going through something will either make or break you. You understand me? And in most cases, you got to be broken to change. You understand me? And the Lord will put a brick right in front of you to see if you will be able to figure out a way around that brick. Most High God will search out your heart. Okay, he will search out your mind to see what's really on your mind. Okay, said he on that, Yediah?
Come.
What?
I try the reins.
Read that again.
I try the reins.
Read that again.
I try the reins.
I'm gonna know if my son really loves you or not, if I don't put him through anything. Hey, I know you understand that. The Lord gotta try the reins, man. He gotta try you to see what you got up in you. Okay, and in most cases, most people are cowards. You understand? You'll be down with the Lord until something happens. You understand me? Until things ain't going your way anymore. The Lord said He tried you, man. He tried the reins. Think about how you try your children, man. Well, God is our Father, man. And God wants to see, what do my son or my daughter have in them? Right. Will they love me no matter what? Will you love me if I take away your birthdays? Will you love me if I take away your family members? Will you love me if you have not a dollar in your pocket? Will you love me if your back is against the wall? Christ's back was against the wall. And yet, He died on that cross. He proved Himself that day. And the Lord, He said, He will try the reins of you to see what is inside of you. Your test is next, man. Job had his test. He passed it. Ezekiel had his test. He passed it. Stephen had his. He died. Listen, his test was dying, being stoned to death. And yet he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. He passed his test. When your test comes, It's up to you. Just know that the Lord is going to try you to see if you really love him or not. Any more on that?
Come. Even to give every man according to his ways.
You understand that? And if you pass, you'll be blessed. And if you fail, you'll be cursed. You'll be punished. Read on.
And according to the fruit of his doings.
You understand that? That's how it work. Okay. All right, we can drop that. All right. Let's go to. Let's bear me 1 second. All right, let's go to 2 Corinthians 11 and 22. All right, let's go there right fast. 2 Corinthians 11 and 22.
Oh God. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 22. Are they Hebrews?
Are they what?
Hebrews.
Are they Hebrews? Go ahead.
So am I.
Now, who's speaking in? It's Paul. Okay. And Paul says, so am I, meaning I am a Hebrew. Okay. Let's read on.
Are they Israelites?
Are they what?
Israelites.
Not Africans, right? Not Ethiopians, not Nigerians. Are they what?
Israelites.
Are they Israelites? Go ahead.
So am I.
So am I. Go ahead.
Are they the seed of Abraham?
Are they what?
The seed of Abraham.
Are they the seed, right? The seed of Abraham. Go ahead.
So am I.
So am I. Paul knew his identity. He knew who he was. Okay. Right fast. Let's get the Donovan Compact Bible Dictionary, please. You know what I want, right? Let's read page 84. Go ahead, young man. Say it one more time. Go ahead.
You said, so you said it's Paul speaking.
Right.
That's one question I have. Whenever I look at these books of the Bible, how do I know who's speaking?
Gotcha. In most cases, right, it'd be really time. You understand me? It's really just time, just going over the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And almost the whole New Testament Paul wrote. You understand me? Just about, right? He wrote, I'll tell you some of the books he wrote. Wrote Acts, right? He wrote Romans, Acts, Romans, Corinthians, all right? 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians. So just about, almost the whole New Testament Paul wrote. But the more you come to class and the more you'll be around, it'll just click to you. Like you'll be reading it and you'll know, boom, this Paul right here speaking. All right. All right, hold on, bear with me one. Yeah, you're on the ball, no sweat. All right, so go ahead and read on the Donovan Compact Bible Dictionary, please. Yes, Babylon Timbuktu. Also, just to prove that, right, young man Tony, just go to the book, right, on 2 Corinthians, and you'll see this Paul wrote this. It's a Paul, apostle of Jesus Christ. 2 Corinthians 2 and 1, and you can read all this here, right? I don't know if it's in your Bible, but if you read this, you can kind of more understand who book it is, who is speaking, and all that. All right? No sweat. Yeah, young man. Go ahead, read that, Yediah.
This is from Babylon to Timbuktu, page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter.
All right, they was killing us, man. They was trying to kill all of us, man, murdering us. Why? Because they hated us since day one. Like the Lord said, it ain't no new thing under the sun. The Romans always been trying to persecute us. Read on.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it is estimated that over 1 million Jews,
That how many?
1 million Jews,
How many?
1 million Jews,
It was estimated, right, that 1 million Jews, go ahead,
fled into Africa.
they fled where?
Into Africa.
Now, why would they fled or flee into Africa? Young man in the back?
They've been chased by Pharaoh.
Okay. No. Young man Tony?
They were fleeing amongst people they looked alike.
Exactly. Young man. Blending in. Blending in. You understand? You got the Romans trying to kill me. I'm not going to go to Rome because they going to spot me out because I'm black. You understand me? And I'm dark and you got all these, Edomites everywhere, right? They fled into Africa to blend in, to hide. You understand me? So they may not die, may be able to last one more day alive. Okay, so 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing Roman persecution. Read on.
Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery.
And slavery. Go ahead. Meaning they was running away, man. They wasn't trying to, be in slavery. That's why they ran to Africa. All right, and you have some black people saying, "Oh, yeah, black people sold black people." What the hell you mean, black people sold black people? The Africans sold black people, man. You understand me? When they say black people sold black people, they don't understand that black people and the other dark races are not the same people. The Africans sold black people into slavery because we fled into their country. Right. You understand me? And they took us and they sold us back to the oppressor. Okay, let's read on.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
Of black who?
Jewish slaves.
The slave market was full of black Jewish slaves. Read on. All right, no sweat. All right, we can drop that. Let's go to Exodus 11, right, chapter, and verse 7. Exodus 11 and 7.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11, and verse 7.
If I could, right, young man Eric, you get me Exodus 4:22, right? You got Exodus 11 and 7. Young man Tony, you get me Ecclesiasticus, right? Chapter 17 and 17. All right, if you need a apocrypha, I got one right here for you. Here you go, you die. All right, so you hold that. You hold Ecclesiasticus 17 and 17. Young man Eric, you hold, Exodus 4:22. And you got Exodus 11 and 7, please.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11, and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
Go ahead.
Against man or beast.
Go ahead.
That ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
See that? Boom. Right there. Right there. Right? Right? The Lord said he put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Read that last line again.
That ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Hey, listen, you want to know how we ain't Africans, man. We wash up. They do not. All right, man. Those goddamn Africans, man. The Kembe Mutombo, Joel Embiid, Giannis. Goddamn, those goddamn Hamites, man. Listen, they don't believe in washing up. You understand me, man? They go ahead and start sweating, man. You go down Southwest, man. You'll just smell it in the air. They is polluting Southwest Philadelphia. They are up in Darby too, man. Killing it, man. You understand me? They down there play soccer on that field up there, man. It'd be like 50 of those pharaohs, man, everywhere, running around playing soccer, and they smell horrible. All right, the Lord is saying here, he put a difference between the Egyptians and and Israel, okay? Meaning, once again, we ain't the same people. We don't descend from Africa, all right? You go ahead and read Exodus 4 and 22, please.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 22.
Go ahead.
Then, if thou shalt say unto Pharaoh,
Mm-hmm.
thou said the Lord, Israel is my son.
He said, Israel is my son, right? Now, we were Africans, right? Why is he saying, say this unto Pharaoh, right? That Israel is my son. Read it again from the top.
And thus said unto Pharaoh, this said the Lord, Israel is my son.
That Israel, Yashra, Allah, Israel is my son. They are my people, not all nations, but Israel, they are. Read on.
Even my firstborn.
Even my what?
Firstborn.
Meaning we're going to inherit all the great things of the Most High God, like how the firstborn son inherit all the great things from his daddy. Okay? The kingdom, right? If you had a son, that firstborn son is special. You understand me? Because what I have or what I had, everything goes to that firstborn son. You understand me? Of course, that's in the Bible. All right? Is any more on that?
That's out of verse 2.
All right, you can drop that, right? Ecclesiasticus 17 and 17. Young man Eric, you hold Leviticus 20 and 26, please.
Leviticus 20.
So, Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 17, verse 17. For in the division of the nations of the whole earth.
Okay, for in the divisions of the nations of the whole earth, right? Meaning this is talking about everybody here, right? The whole earth, not the world. Now you got to pay attention to this, right? Because in John 3:16, it says, for God so loved the world, not the whole earth, right? For in the division of the whole earth. Read on.
He set a ruler over every people.
He set a what?
He set a ruler over every people.
Go ahead, young man.
What tell me to hold again?
You're going to hold Leviticus 20 and 26. All right, read that one more time, brother, please.
This is Apocrypha. Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiasticus.
You got it.
Chapter 17, verse 17.
Go ahead.
For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people.
All right, so the Lord set a ruler, one people, to be in charge over the other people. Go ahead.
But Israel is the Lord's portion.
See that? The Lord chose us to rule the earth, man. But Israel is the most highest portion. Read on.
Verse 18. Whom, being his firstborn.
Being his what?
His firstborn.
Being his firstborn. Go ahead.
He nourisheth with discipline.
See that? The Lord took us in. How you know he took us in? He gave us his laws, man. You understand me? Told us to not eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, so we won't have to worry about having diabetes and strokes and heart attacks when we're 40 and 60 years old, man. God gave us this to protect us from the evil. He nourished us with discipline, man. Like any father, man, you want to teach your children so they won't touch the goddamn oven. Because once you touch the oven, now you're going to burn yourself, man. Let's read on.
And giving him the light of his love doth not forsake him.
Doeth not forsake him, meaning don't disobey him. Okay? Do not forsake the Most High God. Read on.
Verse 19. Therefore all of their works are as the sun before him.
Read that again.
Therefore all of their works are as the sun before him.
You understand that? You cannot hide anything from the Most High God. He seeth it, man. He see every single thing, man. For our works are as the sun before him. Read on.
And his eyes are continually upon their ways.
Read that again.
And his eyes are continually upon their ways.
Meaning what? If you want to live, be careful, okay? If you want to live and you don't want to be in jail forever, you better watch yourself, man.
That's right.
Okay, you better be careful. You better understand the commandments of God and know that they ain't nothing to be played with. Read on.
Verse 20. None of their unrighteousness deeds are hid from him.
Read that again.
None of their unrighteousness deeds are hid from him.
Whatever you're doing behind closed doors, man, the Lord see it. Okay, see everything, man. None of your unrighteous deeds are hid from him, meaning he see it. Read on.
But all of their sins are before the Lord.
Read that again.
But all of their sins are before the Lord.
But all of their sins are before the Most High God. And that's why we are being punished in America today. Okay? For going against the Most High God, we think we're fooling somebody. Yeah, you think you're fooling the Lord. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Lord be with you. Okay? Drop that. Go to Leviticus 20 and 26.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26.
He
shall be holy unto me.
Read that again.
He shall be holy unto me.
Right? The Lord said, "Ye shall be holy unto me," man. Meaning we supposed to be holy, meaning separate, man. You understand me? To be holy means to be separate, man, unto the Most High God.
I am Lord and holy.
See that? The Lord said, "For I, the Most High, for I, the Lord, am holy." How you know the Lord is holy? That Israel is my firstborn, right? Lord said, for in the division of the other nations, he chose Israel to be the ruler, man. The Lord is saying we should be holy because he is holy. We shouldn't mess with all nations because he don't mess with all nations. You understand me? You shouldn't celebrate Halloween because I ain't tell you to celebrate Halloween, man. He said, you be holy, you be separate because I, the Most High God, am separate, man. Read on.
It has secured you from other people.
It has severed you from other people, man. Meaning the Lord separated us from other people. Why? Read on.
That you shall be mine.
See that? That we shall be his. Meaning we belong to the Most High God. We don't belong to Allah. The hell we in Islam for? For what?
Right.
The hell Islam doing for black people? They all sell drugs. They all out there selling cocaine. Yeah, you be a fool if you want to leave your woman around one of those Muslims thinking they so holy. She ain't gonna be your woman no more after a couple hours out. You understand me? They are snakes, man. Okay. All right, drop that. All right. Let's go to Mark. Let's go to the book of Mark, right? The 8th chapter. And 37.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 8 and verse 37.
Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Let me catch up with you. All right, start at 34, please.
Okay. Verse 34. And when he had called the people unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross.
So you want to follow Christ? You want to be in the truth? You cannot follow yourself. Okay? Gotta deny yourself. You gotta tell yourself no, even though you don't want to. Gotta do it if you want to be a follower of Christ. Read on.
And follow me.
Verse
35. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
And also you gotta understand this, man. All right, you come to the truth. Whosoever shall save his life, you're gonna lose your life. Okay? It ain't. Listen, nobody said this was a cakewalk, man. Okay, everything ain't gonna be peaches and cream. All right, whoever find his life, you found your life. All right. So now the Lord said you're gonna lose your life. You're gonna lose that old life of yours. Okay, read on.
But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel, the same shall save it.
Listen, Christ, man, Christ trying to help you understand something, right? You lose your life for my sake, brother, I'm going to give you the world. I got you. That's all he's saying. If you make the sacrifice right now, You understand me? And you serve the Most High God, I am going to give you the world, man. Even though in America, they always looked at you like you wasn't nothing. In America, they looked at us like we was just niggas and spits and all that, man. Christ saying, you come to me and you make that sacrifice, even though it may feel rough. I mean, making sacrifices don't feel good. Christ ain't feel good when he was crucified, right? He died on that cross, man. But yet, because of that, he is going to rule Israel, man. They say no pain, no gain. You understand me? What is joy without pain? You got to go through some things, man. You understand me? Christ telling you, you go through some things, I got you. Really, you didn't lose nothing. You're going to gain it all, man, with 100-fold. Read on.
Okay. Verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
What shall it profit a man? Okay. All right, you gain your world. All right, you gain the whole world. You got, $100,000 a year job, but yet you got to shave your beard, man. You got to look clean. You got to look nice. All right, you got a house. You can take care of your family, but they snatch the spirit of God away from you, man. What is a man? To gain the whole world, but to lose what's inside of you. Lose your whole soul, your dignity, man, your respect, your honor. Give that away for a couple of dollars? For a whore? Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. Read on.
Verse 37. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
Come on, read on.
Verse 38. Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me.
Now, how can anybody be ashamed of Christ? Please.
We're not doing what he says.
Okay. Right, but it's a little more on here, right? It's a little more. There's different ways you can be ashamed of Christ. Let me give you one, right? Right, you can be in the truth, and you got your slavery, and somebody asks you, hey, did I see you downtown? Hey, camp with those brothers? And if you say no, then you just prove that you are ashamed of Christ. Because in your mind is telling you that you are going to lose your job. And now that fear makes you lie. You understand me? And now you just prove that you are ashamed of Christ. Go ahead, you die. You have your hand up.
If I could, sir, can I use where Peter denied Christ 3 times?
There you go. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and Christ told him. He said, listen, you're going to deny me 3 times. Peter said what? La asa. La asa. No, I'm not. And when the cock crowed, man, woo-hoo, he denied him right there. All right, read on, please.
And of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation.
Christ said, you going to be ashamed of me, man, for some whore? You don't want to tell that whore to stop celebrating birthdays or being a slut in this adulterous and sinful generation? Go ahead.
Of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed.
See that? When Christ returns, Christ's going to be ashamed of you. Hey, Christ ain't going to forget. You understand me? It don't work like that. You can't just jump on a bandwagon when I got $1 million. Where were you when I had 50 cents in my pocket? Okay, trying to get some chicken wings and rice, but I was 10 cents short. The hell were you, man? Nowhere to be around, man. Christ ain't here. You be ashamed of me, I will be ashamed of you. Any more on that?
Okay. When he cometh in the glory of his Father.
Read that again, please.
When he cometh in the glory of his Father.
Listen, you're going to see Christ on a white horse, right? With the glory of his Father. He's going to come down with the chariot, man. And he's going to know who was down with him since day one. Can you imagine now? What's the difference? Your woman shaming you, or you going to work, or you going to on slavery, you feeling ashamed, right? Imagine the king of Israel coming down with the holy angels. You're like, man, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym, man. Hey, you wasn't with me, man, when my kingdom wasn't here. You was ashamed of me. Christ said he'll be ashamed of you also before the holy angels of the Most High God. Okay, let's drop that. All right, let's go to Mark. No, I'm sorry, not Mark. Let's go to Matthew, the 7th chapter. Okay, let's go to Matthew 7 right fast. Young man Tony, you read it, right? We're gonna go to Matthew 7. Right. All right, we're gonna start at 7 and 21. Okay.
Like they said, verse
21, please. 7 and 21, if you don't mind.
Book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 21. Not everyone that sinneth unto me. Sorry, flat. Not everyone that said unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
See that? Not everyone that say, Lord, oh, Yeshua, Yahweh. Oh, Christ this and Christ that, right? Yeah. Not everyone that say, Lord, Lord. Oh, yeah, in the blood of Jesus, right? Shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. Why is this key to understand? Because people are hypocrites, okay? Say one thing and you do another. Christ said, this people draw nigh unto me with their lips and their mouths, but their hearts, your mind, when it comes down to it, are far from me. So everybody that say, Lord, Lord, Lord this and Lord that, shall not even enter into the kingdom of heaven, meaning they ain't going to inherit the kingdom of God. Read on.
Not everyone that said unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
There you go. But he that doeth the will, okay? He that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Meaning you got to do it, okay? You got to apply yourself. You got to hearken unto the Most High God. Read on.
Verse 22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name?
Hey, they're going to say, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? Have we not taught the truth? Have we not, taught your people the commandments of God? Have we not taught the people that you are coming back? Read on.
And in thy name has cast out devils.
And in thy name has cast out devils, which is demons, right? Cast out demons. Read on.
And in thy name done many wonderful works.
And in your name we have done many wonderful works. Read on.
Verse 23. And then will I profess unto them.
And then Christ's going to say this. Go ahead.
I never knew you.
Read that again.
And then will I profess unto them.
Go ahead.
I never knew you.
He said what?
I never knew you.
He said what?
I never knew you.
He said, I never knew you. Why? Because he's in heaven and he saw what you was doing. He saw it. Now it's Lord this and Lord that. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. He said, I never knew you. Read on.
Depart from me.
He said what?
Depart from me.
He said, go somewhere, man. Go sit down somewhere. Can you imagine that, man? Like, listen, you got Christ with the angels. You got the 144,000. Then you got some nigga from some other Israelite group talking about he casts out demons in the name of Christ's name. Christ's gonna tell him to sit down. Hey, you better hope I don't see him first. I'm gonna have his ass tied up somewhere. You understand? Christ said, "Depart from me, man. I never knew you." Read on.
Depart from me. Ye that work iniquity.
Meaning you that sin. You don't come nowhere near me. Okay? You are what? If you get this right, I'd be surprised. You are what? Please.
The child of your father?
No. You are what? Please. No. Go ahead.
Sinner?
Yes, but no. Yediah?
Hypocrite.
No. Go ahead.
Not righteous?
You unclean. You're dirty. So get the hell up out of here, man. You dirty, filthy sinner. You don't belong here. You don't belong to stand with us. You're dirty. You're filthy. You're like a dirty rag. He said, depart from me. I never knew thee, man. Ye that do iniquity, which is sin. Okay? Let's read on.
Verse 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man.
There you go. So if you hear what I'm telling you, and if you do it, I will liken him unto a wise man. Read on.
Which built his house upon a rock.
And nobody can tear down your house. Not Andre, not Jerome. Ain't gonna come up in your house because your house is going to be strong. Okay? Because God is with this house. Okay? Read on.
Verse 25. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house.
And did what?
And beat upon that house.
And did what?
And beat upon that house.
Hey, tore the house down. The house wasn't strong enough. Okay, read on.
And it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock.
Here you go, man. That's the house you want, man. You understand me? A house when a storm can come by, you know, it may seem like it's going to fall, but yet, man, that house is so goddamn strong. So strong that now really it ain't going nowhere at all. All right? We can drop that. All right? Bear with me 1 second. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 41:12. You got it, bud.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 41 and verse 12. Have regard to thy name.
Have what?
Have regard to thy name.
Meaning, watch what you do, man. You don't want a bad name. You want a good reputation. Okay? You don't want people to know you for being a thief and selling drugs and doing all types of wickedness all day, 24/7. Read on.
For that shall continue with thee above 1,000 great treasures of gold.
Meaning what? All right, what does that mean? Anybody? I bought.
Your reputation is worth more than money.
Right. Also, how your name's going to continue for a long time. Go ahead.
Your children.
Right, your children. Right. What else? Go ahead.
Reputation.
Reputation. That's good. What else? People going to read about you, man. You're going to read about the Kentucky 8 one day. I pray you understand. A good name will not be forgotten. Today, we read about Christ, right? Today, we read about Paul. We read about Moses. We read about Ezekiel, man. That's more precious than, you know, wealth and money and just trying to live a good temporary life that's really ain't worth it at all. Read on, please.
Verse 13. A good life hath but few days.
Read that again.
A good life hath but few days.
Because a good life, it ain't gonna last long. You understand? It ain't gonna last long. Ask what's his name? Lamar Odom. Ask him, he'll tell you. Live a good life and you do all the drugs you want to do, it ain't gonna last long. Even that is going to come to an end one day. Okay? Read on.
But a good name endureth forever.
Read that again.
But a good name endureth forever.
But a good name, a good reputation. Man, people gonna know you for being great, man. Being amazing. Doing amazing, great things in the name of God. Read on.
Verse 14. My children, keep discipline and peace.
Read that again.
My children, keep discipline and peace.
Right? The Lord said, be slow to wrath, be slow to anger, man. Keep discipline. That's what it comes down to, man. Control your hands, control your feet. Keep discipline. Read on.
For wisdom that is hid.
For what?
Wisdom that is hid.
Some wisdom you can't see. It's hid. And you won't get that wisdom until you earn that wisdom. Okay? Any more on that?
From God. And a treasure that is not seen.
And a what?
Treasure that is not seen.
And a what?
Treasure that is not seen.
I know what we see. We all see the world. We see sin, right? What you don't see is the holy angels, man. Okay? What you don't see is that reward that will be given to those that follow Christ and take up their cross and do their burden, man. It's hidden. Meaning, if everybody saw a million, not even a million, right? If everybody saw $1 billion on the street, what will everybody do? Hey, you have niggas going up there with bags, man, right? Running up. I gotta get me some, right? Running up, and you're filling up your bag, right? If people could see the reward that the Lord set up for those that obey him, there'd be a lot of goddamn hypocrites in here. You understand me? You can't see it for a reason. The Lord said what? Faith without works is dead. What else did he say? For we walk by faith, not by sight. Don't get caught up in what you see. See people out there having fun. See them sinning. See he's living a good life, man. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors, man. Okay? That treasure is hidden because it ain't for everybody. Okay? You got to work for this, man. You got to earn it. You got to prove yourself. You got to know who you are, man. You can't take this treasure here knowing that, thinking you know who you are and you're African American. You're African. You got to know who you are. You got to know that you are an Israelite. Now, what comes with knowing that you are an Israelite is obeying God. Okay? You can't just be like one of those Israelites that you know who you are, but the second you leave this door, you go out there and you just doing all types of sins. And you not following the Most High God. What comes with being an Israelite is having discipline, man. Having self-control. Knowing that you are being watched by the Most High God and Christ and the angels that are in heaven. Okay? Any more on that?
Come.
Read on.
What profit is in them both?
Go ahead.
That's the verse.
All right, no sweat. And with that being said, I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer Yediah.
Ahmad Bashar, another strong hand. That being said, with ISUPK, we're starting at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Room for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shut themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can read about that in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and verse 21. In the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Ma'ishra, which means 10th in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department. Priest fund, pre-welcome for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you'd like to give. Up and coming holy convocations will be the Feast of the Dedication, Hanukkah. The 25th day of the 9th month, by the space of 8 days, Wednesday, December 9th, 2020, for 8 days. And you can read about that in the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 to 61. Reminder, Akim and Akwa, to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, headband, scarf. And with that, I mod you with me to stand. And business.
We got enough time.
Come on.
All right, if I could, I'm going to come academic. Turn to face, please.
Look at the Lord's Prayer.
All right.
The Hebrew.
Okay.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. We lift up our holy hands Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Malakoka.
Malakoka.
Gaba'ah.
Gaba'ah.
Atazayika.
Atazayika.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Kawak.
Kawak.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Hashemayim.
Hashemayim.
Lekananah.
Lekananah.
Lakum.
Lakum.
Ka.
Ka.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Masalak now.
Masalak now.
Kabawak now.
Kabawak now.
Kasalak now.
Kasalak now.
Kabawak now.
Kabawak now.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Kabi'ayah now.
Kabi'ayah now.
Gonna say a word.
Gonna say a word.
Abba.
Abba.
I was shy now.
I was shy now.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Right.
Right.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalak.
Amalak.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Watapara.
Watapara.
Lalawayim.
Lawalayu.
Amen.
Amen. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
Which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not
into temptation.
into
But
temptation.
deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
Thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Yes.
Prayer for power to Hakah. Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Baruch Bashar.
Baruch Bashar.
Lekananah.
Lekananah.
Hakah.
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 La'afa'ah.
La'afa'ah.
Hakah Makalah.
Kamakallah.
Makal Malawah.
Kamakallah.
Hakah.
Hakah.
Latahah.
Latahah.
Hamatazarayah.
Hamatazarayah.
Hakah.
Hakah.
Lalapafi.
Lahafi.
Alamafi.
Lamafi.
Hakah.
Hakah.
Alagwah.
Alkallah.
Hamatala'al.
Atama'al.
Lagarshan.
Laganshun.
Bahashim Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Dawara Aman.
Dawara Amam. Yahawah.
Yahawah.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
Power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of
The
disease.
power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the
The
lepers.
power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Pray to bless Israel. Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Bahashim Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanah.
Barak Lanah.
Wayasha'al.
Wayasha'al.
Wayabayah.
Wahabayah.
Safari.
Safari.
Bahashim Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Dawara Aman.
Dawara Amam. Yahawah.
Yahawah.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Pray for the blessings. Barak atah Yahawah.
Barak atah Yahawah.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Lahayah.
Wa Lahayah.
Wa Tazabayah.
Tazabayah.
Alawak Yahan.
Alawak Yahan.
Alawapi.
Alawapi.
Asarayah.
Asarayah.
Hakwatazayah.
Akasayah.
Hakahayah.
Akasayah.
Hagawafi.
Awafi.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Bahashim Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Dawara Aman.
Dawara Amam. Bless you, Yahawah.
Bless you, Yahawah.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Mike.
And Mike.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding Juliana.
Commander Juliana.
The general.
The general.
The captain.
The captain.
The officer.
The officer.
The troop.
The troop.
And the sister.
And the sister.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Sorry. Men of Israel. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel. Madam Shabbat. Admajid. Barak. Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushua Barak Adam. Yashabatah. Sorry. Pray to fix sisters. We're going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel. Madam Shabbat. Admajid. Barak. Yahawah Shamar Al-Adhan Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yashabatah. Clap.